Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and for today's video I am going to be showing you how to apply false eyelashes. This is literally like my #1 question. It's actually super simple, but to be honest I have been doing it for a fair few years now, so I am quite the pro if I do say so myself. And for this video I'm going to be using the Lash Library London lashes in the style Fantasy. They're super flirty, quite long, so you can really see how to apply them. So without further ado, if you are struggling with your false eyelash application and you need a little bit of help, then make sure you keep on watching. Before you do, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz, and let's crack on. So for this video you're going to need obviously a pair of lashes, some trusty eyelash glue. I love this duo glue. There is a brush on duo glue as well, but I personally prefer this one. I find the brush on one slightly stickier in a bad way, so I feel like my eyelids like stick together throughout the day, if that makes sense. And this lash glue is easier to peel off so that you can reuse your lashes. And you're also going to need a handheld mirror. Mine is disgusting. If you find it easier, you're going to need tweezers as well, but I prefer using my fingers. And you're also going to need mascara and a liner. So let's get cracking. So the first thing you're going to want to do is line your lashes. Lining your lashes helps make the false lashes look real, so you don't have that gap of skin where you can see where the lashes are basically. So I'm going to take my handheld mirror and I'm going to look down into my mirror so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit further away so you can see a little bit better just for this portion. So for this you can either use a pencil, a liquid liner or a pen liner. I really love a pen liner because I find it so much easier. I literally hold it on its side and drag it along my lashes and job done. This is the Decay version pen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look down into my mirror so that both my eyes are open. I don't have distorted vision trying to do this, trying to do that. It's just so much easier when both your eyes are open. And I'm going to start right in the inner corner. And using the side of the pen, I'm just going to line my lashes like so. And I'm just going to make sure there isn't a gap. Can you see that little gap of skin? We want to fill that in. So it's entirely up to you how thick you do your liner. I do it relatively thin. Some days I go thicker, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to quickly do the other eye. Next thing you're going to want to do is put some mascara on. I prefer to do this before applying false lashes because I don't like to add mascara to my false lashes. I like them to look really fluttery and natural. When you add mascara, that just adds more volume. So you can do it either way, but I prefer doing it before. So again, I'm looking down in my mirror, making sure I'm getting a full coat of mascara from root to tip. I like to give it a good old wiggle, so I'm getting right into that root. Because my lashes are super fair, it's so important to coat my lashes so that you can't see my lashes and the false lashes. Now we're going to apply. So these are the Lash Library London lashes in the style Fantasy. How gorgeous are they? They're quite long. The slightly shorter, more natural versions are the style Love Story. My last couple of videos I have used those lashes and I absolutely love them. They're so beautiful. So I'm just going to take the lashes out of the case. Make sure to keep this hard case. Whenever I get a nice premium pair of lashes in a hard case like this, I keep the case so that I can transport my other lashes whenever I'm travelling or going somewhere. This is really handy. So now your lashes look like this. What I'm going to do is bend the case so that I can really get under there to take the lash off, rather than trying to get in this little indent. It's quite hard, especially for my big hands, to get in there. So bend your case and then pull really gently from the corner and then peel off like that. Using a pair of tweezers is going to help you as well, but where I've been doing this for so long, I just use my fingers. And then what you're going to want to do, make sure you know exactly which lash is for which eye. Obviously if you hold it like that, this lash is for this eye. You now need to measure your lashes. So what I like to do, again looking down into a mirror, holding the lash in the centre, I'm going to just place ever so slightly, where it's slightly sticky it is going to stick to your lash line anyway. I'm just going to place it on and memorise how much I need to cut off, and I always cut off from the outer edge because that inner corner has been designed to have slightly shorter lashes, so you don't want to cut that edge. unless there is a little sticky outy edge here. You want to cut that bit off because that is going to poke you in the eye and you don't want that. I'm going to snip off the amount that I memorised, and I just use a pair of nail scissors. Sometimes if I can't find my nail scissors, I use my nail clippers. Either or, it's going to work. And then I'm going to go in for a second time just to double check that I've cut off the right amount. I might cut off a tiny weeny bit more just so that I don't get any irritation in my inner corner. I tend to like to start my lash from about here rather than right on the inner corner. Just going to go in with my third and final check. Yep, I'm happy with that. How gorgeous are they? Oh my goodness. Now we're going to glue them up. So, with a tube like this, it is slightly trickier than if you've got a dip-in brush-on glue. However, all you have to do is get the smallest, oh my god, I'm going cross-eyed, the smallest amount of glue come out the top. Can you see that? So I'm just going to get a tiny bit of glue and just run it along the top of the lash line, not the back of it here. We're going to go on the top. So we're just doing a really small amount of glue, nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to leave that for about a minute. You want it to be really nice and tacky. While I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to quickly do the other one. If you're a makeup artist and you're going to be sticking these lashes on a client, absolutely do not blow on them. But because they're mine, I'm going to blow on them just to make sure. So what I like to do is hold my lash in the middle and come from height. You don't want to come from underneath, you want to come from height so that your lash is angled so you can literally just place it on top and not fiddle around with it. So I'm going to place it in the centre. So I'm coming from height, I'm placing it in the centre and I'm placing that on. Then I'm going to go on the outer corner, fix that to the lash line, and then the inner corner. The whole time my eyes are open and I can see exactly what I'm doing. And then that is what it should look like. If it's still looking a little bit glowy, don't worry, that glue is going to dry completely clear. I'm going to show you again on the other eye. I like to change hands when I'm doing each eye. So with this side, I'm going to use my left hand. I just find it easier because then you're not crossing over your body. So I'm looking down in the mirror, I'm coming from height, I'm going right in the centre, placing it on, sorting out that outer corner and then that inner corner. So can you see this little distorted bit of liner? So all I do is go back in and just correct it. It wasn't distorted before I put the lashes on, but sometimes where it glues down a little bit funny, it distorts the liner, so I just go straight over the top and it just completely fixes it. And then the last thing I like to do is to pinch my natural lash with the false lash just to make sure it's as close to my lash line as I can physically get it. And that is the lashes on. How gorgeous are they? They're super, super fluttery, so lightweight on the eyes, super, super comfortable. And that is my lashes on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, which I am filming. It's a really quick, easy party look, and then I'll be back to show you the finished look. So this is the finished look. I know I'm wearing a red lip, or what is going on? So if you want to know how to get this look, then this tutorial will either be up next week or it's already been up. If it has already gone live, then I will put it in the description box down below. If not, stay tuned, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and you will be notified when this look is up. So anyway guys, I hope this video has been helpful on how to apply your lashes for this Christmas season. If you enjoyed, then make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.